friends, ERIKATESLA here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video. And if you're returning, I'm so glad to have you back with me. Today, I just wanted to share with you 10 palettes that I thought would be really fun to pull out for the summertime. And I have on my eyes the first palette that I'm going to be talking about, which I did receive from the brand CXC Beauty, and this is the Bloomstruck palette. This is what I have on my eyes right now, and I actually just finished recording this look for some short form content that I'm planning to post, but I wanted to show you this really gorgeous, absolutely stunning 21 shade palette. Okay, so the brand reached out to me and they were kind enough to send me this palette along with some face products, but I am so happy with how this look came out. I had a lot of fun blending the colors and, you know, just playing with the different shades and textures in here. My favorite part of this palette would be the mattes. The shimmers are beautiful. I love the shades and the tones, but I have to say for me, the star of this palette is the mattes, particularly this purple matte here. And this is called this shade is called Wolfsbane. And sometimes purples can be a little touch and go, but it blended really beautifully for me. It applied really beautifully for me. I did use an eye primer when putting these shades on, but I have to say I'm pretty happy with how this look came out. I would love to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, this is definitely one palette. I think if you don't have it already, maybe consider picking it up. It's a beautiful color story. I do have a code with CXC Beauty, and I will be sure to put all of my codes and any links in the description box, so if you decide to use it. So appreciate it, not necessary, but it can save you a little bit of money if you decide to pick this one up. But it's such a beautiful palette and it swatches really beautifully as well, and I will be throwing up swatches of each of the palettes that I share with you guys today. The next palette that I want to pull out, you guys, this is an oldie but a goodie, but I wanted to highlight this one because it was recently on sale for I think only like $16 on HSN. And this is the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette, and you guys, this is such a fun palette for summer. I think especially if you get it on sale, it's definitely worth the sale price. I don't think I would pay full price for this one, but it is really beautiful. I think the formulas are really nice. They're not necessarily the best formulas that I have experienced. However, for the price point and the color story, it is just a really fun palette. I think it would make a really nice gift for someone, especially, you know, someone that's like trying to, you know, get into color. I think it's actually very wearable, and I think they did a nice job curating it, but you do have a really good combination of neutral shades here and just a few strategic pops of color. This is a great one. Definitely pick it up. If it's still on sale, I'll try to include the link to the sale site in the description box, but if not and it's still in stock, like I would just maybe wait around. But overall, a really fun, beautiful palette. Next up is one that is a little bit more bold, but still I think evokes some summery feelings, and this is the Adept Cosmetics Element 115 palette. This is just really, really beautiful, guys, and one of the reasons I felt like this was a summery palette is when I look at this shade Commander DF and I look at these bluish shades here, I kind of think of a pool. Like I always associate that particular swimming pool shade of blue with the summertime, and per usual, the shades in here, the shimmer shades in here are absolutely stunning. So I really like this curated set of mattes. The ratio of shimmers to mattes is obviously higher, but the mattes that are included in here are absolutely stunning, and they work beautifully with these shimmers. And again, you have these really cool shades that I think just make me think of a swimming pool and the reflections in a pool. And we have some really beautiful, like these rainbow shades here, and this really beautiful kind of golden yellow shade. Just a really fun one for the summer, and Adept always kills it with their shimmer shades. The next one I'm going to talk about, guys, I have talked about this palette in a previous video. I did a video some time ago about Valentine's Day oriented palettes, but I want to talk about the Betty Boop palette because I don't think this one gets enough love on the internet. Like, I love this palette so much, and I know Glamlight is more oriented towards some of the spooky, scary stuff, and that's super fun. But as a girly girl, like for me, this palette is everything, and the shades in here are beautiful. The shimmers perform beautifully. The mattes are stunning, and I really do like this color story. So if you're looking for like a hot look, you know, something sultry, a little sexy, this is such a fun one to pull out for the summertime. I definitely recommend checking this one out. And this one always goes on sale on the Glamlight site. You can either use an influencer code, or they're really big on TikTok right now. So you can usually find this one on sale on TikTok and get a great price. I think I saw one of their palettes for like $8, like a really, really nice quality palette. Glamlight has fantastic quality. So this is one definitely worth checking out and pulling out for summertime looks. The next palette I want to show you guys is from Alter Ego. They did send this one to me, and this is the Mystique palette. It is absolutely stunning. This palette retails for $22, so it is a really great price, particularly for the quality that you get. I have done a couple of looks with this palette. I've really been happy with how they look, and it swatches really beautifully. There's a couple of shades in here that are very interesting textures. The shades Sky and Midnight are actually kind of like that putty formula, and like that one that's like in the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. So that's really interesting because you could use these shades as a base and build with the other shades. But overall, it's a really fun palette. It is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette, which is like 3 times the price of this one. So if you're looking for a bright palette for the summertime, this is a great option. And I love that this one includes orange shades as well, which is a really nice like crease building shade, or you can just wear orange if you really like it, but it's a beautiful palette. The next palette I'm going to show you guys, this is newer to my collection. This is the Pokemon X Colourpop palette, and it's just such a fun, bright, colorful palette. It just makes you really happy, and if you are a fan of Pokemon, it's so adorable, and I think it's really nicely balanced. You really just, you know, it's a great rainbow palette. You have all of the shades that you would want in a rainbow palette. So the formulations are really nice, and I think that it's still in stock, and more than likely you can use a code to purchase the palette individually. I don't think that they do codes with the bundles, but if you were just interested in the palette, you can get this for a really good price. It's just super cute, and if you're a Pokemon fan, that's a bonus as well. The next palette I'm going to mention to you is also very new to my collection. This is the Nomad Cosmetics Keys, Beachy, and Peachy palette, and this is inspired by the Florida Keys. I just did a video on this one, so I won't spend too much time on this, but this is just such a fun color story. I'm really obsessed with this shade Shipwreck Trail, and I love the Isla Morada shade as well. Like the peachy shades really are on point here, and we have like a really nice variety of shimmers and mattes, and I really enjoy Nomad's formula. I think they have done a really great job with the color story and with the formulations, and it's just a fun palette. I do have a code with Nomad. It's just Erika if you're interested in picking this one up. I will make sure to put that in the description box for you. But yeah, this is such a cute one. This is one of their newest releases. I'm already a really big fan of it. I think it's beautiful. Last but not least, I'm going to be talking about 3 palettes from one brand. Viseart has some really colorful options, and I think sometimes when people think Viseart, they don't immediately think bright and colorful, but they do have some bright palettes. I'm going to start with the Petit Pro Water Lotus palette. This one came out, I want to say either last summer or the summer before, either summer or spring. And it's just such a beautiful quad. It's very colorful. You could use it on its own. You could use it as a companion palette, but the shades in here are absolutely stunning. And I am a really big fan of Viseart's formulations for mattes and shimmers, particularly for those of us with textured skin, textured lids. They just make color really wearable, and you can build these colors up. This is such a great one. I'm not sure if it's still available 100%, but if it is, I will make sure to link it below. What I did see available are the next 2 palettes from Viseart that I want to share with you, which is the Petit Pro. This is the Petit Pro V Soleil palette, and as you can see, the reason why I picked this one, this shade, Viseart does some beautiful yellow shades. They do beautiful yellows, they do beautiful shimmers, and then this yellow and this purple in here are like absolutely gorgeous. Like these mattes are really, really stunning, and you have some really beautiful shimmers in here as well. And this one I think is currently on sale. You guys, when you look at the Viseart website, just make sure you check out the sales. They have some fantastic sales, and they actually did recently give me an affiliate code, which I'll include below. Optional, optional, optional. I think that that's like a new thing that they're doing, is they finally have an affiliate program, which is really exciting for folks who really love Viseart like I do. So if you want to save a little bit of money, I think you can use I think I have a code too. I'm pretty sure I have a code. Either way, I will include all of the information for these palettes in the description box for you. And last but not least, I want to show you guys the Petite Matte Editorial Brights palette. It is in stock, and I think it's on sale right now. And this is just such a fabulous palette. And there is the, I think the regular size Slim Pro palette available. I'm not 100% sure. I will include that information below if it is available. I'll link it. But I really like this format and this size, because if you like colors but you get overwhelmed by like larger palettes, this is such a great staple to have in your collection. And the shades perform beautifully. Like I said, I'm a really big fan of Viseart's formulations, and this is just really like a powerhouse palette. It packs a punch because you have the white, you have all of these other, you have primary colors, you have the secondary colors, and you can definitely use this for a variety of looks. I think it is a great companion palette. It does not have to, it can stand alone, but if you wanted just one palette with all of the colors that you need, this is like one of the most compact rainbow palettes that you will find on the market, and it's just in such a great size and format, and I really enjoy it. So if you can pick this one up on sale, I highly recommend it. So those are the palettes that I think are really fun and bright and punchy for summer. I would love to know if you have any of these palettes, if you've used any of these palettes, are you interested in any of these palettes? I'll make sure to link as much information in the description box below as possible. And so I hope you just enjoyed this kind of like, you know, quick and dirty overview of just some fun palettes for you to pull out of your collection if you have these, or some ones to think about if you're looking to buy something fun and colorful. As always, guys, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I wanted to just film something for you, and I thought, what more fun could we have than to talk about palettes, because that's one of my favorite makeup items. So let me know what you think of these in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. Please like this video if you enjoy content like this, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you join my little corner of the internet where we chat about makeup. As always, we keep it really chill over here. And again, thank you for your time. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.